Attention passionate Philadelphia, EAGLES FANS. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Philadelphia Eagles' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Philadelphia Eagles fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with YOUR, FRINDS and Philadelphia, EAGLES FANS. Let's get to the news. Now folks, if you've been paying close attention to the NFL landscape lately, you know that the Philadelphia Eagles are once again making waves in the league. It's early in the 2025 season, and yet they're already sitting pretty at 4-0. That's right, 4 wins, no losses, and a team that's showing all the signs of continuing to be a serious contender. But as we all know, it's not just about how they start, it's about how they finish, and the Eagles are certainly positioning themselves for another deep playoff run. What's really exciting about this start is that they're not just winning by luck or fluke plays, they're doing it with a solid, well-rounded team, especially on defense, which has historically been one of their biggest strengths. And speaking of defense, there's some news that could really shake things up for the Eagles as they aim for another Super Bowl appearance. One of their key defensive players from last season is making a return. That's right, Nakobe Dean, the third-year linebacker who truly made a name for himself in 2024, is on the verge of rejoining the team after a tough injury. In 2024, Dean was nothing short of phenomenal, racking up 128 tackles, which was the second most on the team behind only Zach Bond, the Pro Bowler. That kind of production is exactly what Eagles fans love to see, especially considering how much he contributed to that historically great defense. It's not just about tackles, though. Dean's presence on the field was a game-changer. He brought speed, intelligence, and a relentless drive that made the Eagles' defense one of the best in the league last season. Now, this isn't just some minor update. According to NFL insider Ian Rappaport, the Eagles have officially removed Dean from the physically unable to perform list. This is a significant move because it means the team has confidence that Dean is ready to start ramping up his practice reps and eventually get back on the field for game action. He has 21 days to fully return to the active roster during this practice window, which means we could see him making his season debut sooner rather than later. And let's be honest, when Nakobe Dean is healthy and playing at his best, he's a key piece that can elevate the entire defense. His return could be exactly what the Eagles need to turn their defensive struggles around and get back to their dominant form. But of course, coming off a major knee injury like a torn patellar tendon isn't easy. Fans are naturally cautious, wondering what kind of impact Dean will have after such a serious setback. Recovery from such injuries can be unpredictable, and it's crucial to see how he looks in practice, how quickly he regains his mobility, and whether he's able to play at the same high level as before. There's a lot riding on this comeback, but if Dean manages to return looking anything like his old self, it could be a game-changer. It would give the Eagles' defense a huge boost at a critical time, especially considering their defensive stats so far this season. When we look at the numbers, the Eagles' defense has taken a slight step back from their dominance last year. Through the first 4 weeks, they're ranked 22nd in the league in yards allowed per game, a stark contrast to their top-ranked performance in 2024. That's a concern for sure, but it's also something that can be addressed with the return of a player like Dean. His presence on the field has the potential to stabilize things, bring more consistency, and help the team regain the elite status they enjoyed last season. Fans know how much the Eagles rely on their defense to carry them and to set up the offense with good field position. Without Dean, the linebacker core looked a bit more exposed, especially against the run and in coverage. His return could help fill those gaps and bring some much-needed stability. Now, let's talk a little about the team's overall outlook. The Eagles have been impressive offensively, with Jalen Hurts leading the way once again, showing why many consider him one of the league's top quarterbacks. His mobility, decision-making, and leadership are critical to the team's success. The receiving core has been solid, and the offensive line continues to protect him well. But it's really on the defensive side that fans are looking for that extra spark, that boost to seal the deal in close games. Nakobe Dean's return is precisely that kind of spark, someone who can make plays in critical moments, rally the defense, and help them get back to their lockdown ways. And it's not just about stopping opponents. Dean's ability to read plays quickly, his instinct for making tackles, and his leadership from the linebacker position make him an invaluable asset. The Eagles' coaching staff has been cautious with his return, which is wise, but there's a buzz among fans and analysts that he's primed to make a significant impact very soon. The team's defensive coordinator has emphasized that they're taking it day by day, ensuring that Dean is fully ready before throwing him into the fire. That's the smart move because rushing a player back from such a serious injury can sometimes do more harm than good. Looking ahead, the Eagles face some tough challenges in the coming weeks. Their schedule doesn't get any easier, and opponents will be looking to exploit any weakness, including their defense. That's why Dean's return could not be more timely. When he's on the field, the entire team tends to elevate their game, knowing they have a playmaker who can turn the tide in an instant. Fans are already imagining the possibilities. What if Dean gets back to his pre-injury form? Could he be the missing piece that pushes the Eagles over the top and helps them clinch another NFC East title, another playoff run, and ultimately, another shot at the Super Bowl? And let's not forget the rich history of the Eagles' defense. They've been known for their gritty, hard-hitting style, often setting the tone early in games. Players like Nakobe Dean embody that mindset. They're relentless, disciplined, and hungry for success. His return isn't just about adding another player to the roster, it's about restoring a vital part of what makes this team so special. When the Eagles' defense is playing at its best, it's a nightmare for opponents, and Dean's presence can help rekindle that intensity. Of course, there are still questions to be answered. How will Dean look after such a long layoff? Will he be able to regain the quickness and instincts that made him such a formidable linebacker? These are natural concerns, but if history has shown us anything, it's that the Eagles are excellent at developing players and managing injuries. The coaching staff and medical team will be closely monitoring his progress, making sure he's fully ready before he steps back onto the field in a game that counts. Meanwhile, fans are eagerly awaiting his return, and the energy around the team is palpable. Every practice, every update, is met with excitement and hope that Dean can help turn the tide in the Eagles' favor. The NFC East is still very competitive, with teams like the Cowboys, Giants, and Commanders all vying for supremacy, but the Eagles are looking to solidify their position at the top. A healthy Nakobe Dean could be the catalyst that pushes them over the edge, especially defensively, where they've shown some vulnerability this season. In conclusion, what we're witnessing right now is a pivotal moment for the Philadelphia Eagles. Their start to the 2025 season has been promising, but the return of Nakobe Dean could be the boost they need to reach even greater heights. It's about restoring the identity that made them so feared last year: tough, disciplined, and relentless on defense. Fans should keep a close eye on his progress because, if all goes well, Dean's comeback could be one of the most exciting stories of this NFL season. And let's be honest, it's these kinds of stories that make football so captivating: heroes rising from adversity, teams overcoming challenges, and fans rallying behind their players through thick and thin. So, as we await his return, the hope among Eagles fans is that Nakobe Dean will be the missing link that helps them continue their quest for another Super Bowl appearance. The NFC East is watching, the league is watching, but more than anything, the Eagles faithful are watching with bated breath, ready to celebrate once again. And remember, the journey isn't over yet. There's still plenty of football to be played, but with Dean back in the mix, the Eagles could be on their way to making some serious noise in 2025. Stay tuned, folks, because the best is yet to come. And don't forget, I'll be here to bring you all the latest updates, insights, and analysis, so make sure to stay connected with your favorite Eagles insider. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Philadelphia Eagles news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Philadelphia Eagles fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on Nakobe Dean's return? Do you believe he can get back to his pre-injury form and make a real impact this season? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the team. Whether you're excited, cautious, or have other predictions, we want to hear it all. Your voice is part of what makes this community so special. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, more news, and more analysis on everything Eagles and NFL related. So stay tuned, stay passionate, and let's keep cheering for our team. Because if there's one thing we know for sure, it's that the Eagles are a team with a storied history, a bright future, and a dedicated fan base that never stops believing. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you in the next update.